Hi, how are we doing? I'm doing great because today we're going to be talking about Noah Cyrus's second album. I Want My Loved Ones to Go With Me. That's a bit long title, but this is her second album. I do have to say I wasn't the biggest fan of the singles, so I think it's like I went into this album with kind of like the notion of this like make or break with Noah Cyrus for me, because I have really loved her music in the past, but then like lately it's not been hitting, so I thought maybe, you know, she and I might be going different directions. That's fine. This is my last chance with her in that sense. But let's just get into all 11 tracks, what I thought of them, and then I will go over on just like my general thoughts on the album. So the album starts with I Said a Mountains. Was one of those singles, and again I was not really a fan of it. I don't think it's a bad song. I just think it's a bit boring, and I don't, I like it when I'm listening to it, but the moment it like ends, it's like a waste for my brain, so it doesn't really leave any impact on me like at all. Then we have Don't Put It All On Me featuring Fleet Foxes. This is another one that was released as a single, so another one that I wasn't a big fan of. I just think this is very mid. Like, I don't know, I don't have anything really to say about it. It's like a nothing burger. I do like the collab. I feel like the voices of Fleet Foxes and Noah Cyrus sound great together, but like that's all I really have to say about it. Then we have the first like new song for this album, that's What's It All For. And you know what? I actually really like this song. I don't love it, but I do really like it, which is a step up from the first two songs, obviously. I think it has the vibe that it has. I really like it. Has a very contemplative, is that the word, to it, and I really like it. It is also a bit like existential in a bit, and I don't know, I think the lyrics of it are great. So there you go. Then we have Way Over the World featuring Ella Langley. This is another one I really like. I don't know, I like the melody of it, the lyrics and the message of it. I also really like, and then Noah and Ella Langley actually also again sounded great together, so I'm happy. Then next we have New Country featuring Shelton. I really don't like this song. This is truly, when she released this as a single, I truly made like my definite decision of like, okay, if this album is a miss, that's it for me, because this song, I don't know, it's so boring. It's such a nothing burger, and I don't know, they have zero impact on me. They're very forgettable, and I just don't give a shit about them. And that's the case for New Country. I don't know. But then we have a full difference from that with Long White Home. This is my favorite of the album, spoiler alert. The reason why I love Noah as an artist, I fell in love with her as an artist, is because I think she does a great job at conveying the message, like the emotions of the songs within her vocal and stuff. And typically a lot of the songs are very sad, so that's typically the nature of it. But like there's also some happy songs, and like it's very audible, if that makes sense. Like very, you can hold tight on it, and that's something I was missing from this album up until this point, even with the songs I did like. But Long Ride Home, damn, this is such a good wrenching song, and like the pure emotion within her voice is just so stunning, and I adore this. Next we have Apple Tree. This is another really beautiful song. I feel like it is pretty simple, but it has great vocal moments in it. Like I feel like so far on this album, like Noah hasn't really shown a lot of like what she can do vocally, and in this song she gets to do that, and I quite like it. Then next we have Man in the Field. Again, really beautiful song. It has a bit of like a mythological, like folklorian sense to it. It kind of feels like telling this grand tale of this man in the field. I don't know, I really like that vibe to it. So I of course also really like this song. Then we have With You. And this is another boring song. So not only the singles are boring. I thought Noah Cyrus might have just been really bad at picking singles, but no, I also don't really like this song. Again, this is one that I'm just missing connection with, so it's not my favorite. Now we have Love is a Canyon. I really like the lyrics of this one. I like the story of it. I always look up the lyrics while listening to a song for the first time, and it was really just like, I don't know, I really liked reading the lyrics of this one, but the delivery just didn't really hit. I feel like the emotion was lacking a little bit again. Like her voice is like very soft in this song, and it just misses something of like that emotional, especially because it times the things she's saying about are quite intense feelings, and then like her voice is very soft and like not intense, and I don't know if I like that. And then lastly we have XXX, which is a song with Bill Calahan. And I again really like this one. I don't know, there's just something really cute about it. There's a love song and I really like it. Again, it's another collab that sounds great together. This is a bit of like a longer outro, which is the thing I typically don't really love, but I actually think it really works with this song, and I don't know, I really like it. So yeah, there we go. That is all my thoughts on each individual song. So let's go overall thoughts. I was really surprised by this album because, as was very clear, I really wasn't a big fan of the singles, and I was really scared that this album was just going to be extremely underwhelming. And to be fair, in comparison to her debut album, it is. Compared to The Hardest Part or the End of the World EP, like this is a bit underwhelming. But considering like the expectations I went into this album with, I am surprised. I am pleasantly surprised. So there was that. But yeah, like I mentioned, I do think that some of that emotional like carrying is gone from this album. I feel like her voice is like very soft throughout most of it. There was a couple of moments where she gets to shine vocally, but overall it's kind of not monotone, that's not the right word to it, but it is like soft, like not full of emotion like her songs typically are, whether there's a positive or negative emotions. So in that sense, that felt a bit missing, and therefore I also felt a bit more of a distance to some of these songs. But overall, I do think, especially lyrically, a lot of these songs are really stunning, and I'm definitely very excited to put these songs, besides the ones I didn't like, in my rotation, because ultimately there is more to this that I liked that I didn't. But the only song I absolutely adored is Long Way Home, so that also says something, because I have previously really adored Noah Cyrus songs. So this, ultimately, I went into this album with the idea, is this gonna be where me and Noah separate ways? And that's gonna be a no. Like, I am very excited to see where else she's gonna go. I feel like the album definitely, I don't know, save things for me a little bit. I definitely still like things about it. So I will still be following her career, but maybe not with as much of a close eye as I did before, but still along for the ride. But yeah, of course I also have to give you my top 3. I let us on spot 3, Way of the World. Then on 2 we have XXX, and on 1 Right Home, obviously. I feel like that was very clear. That's my top 3. Let me know in the comments what your top 3 is on this album. I always love seeing those. I feel like it's so interesting how different people have such different tastes, and even now I always like capturing it, because sometimes when you listen to an album more, things change. So in that sense I always like capturing it as well. But yeah, that's already it for today. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Good.
Here I am again, the same old situation. Why does the God thing have to be so complicated? Should've